Dear learners, today's topic of discussion is resins, another secondary metabolite and terpenoid derivative. After viewing this presentation, you will be able to define resin, explain properties and production or formation of resins in plant. You will be able to classify resin and find combination of resin. So what is resin? Resins are amorphous, transparent or translucent solid or semi-solid or liquid substances. When heated, soften, melt and form clear adhesive liquid. Resins contain large number of carbon and when ignited burn with smoky flame. So basically the definition of resin is very difficult because that cannot be sharply defined. That depends upon the definition is actually depends upon some properties or characteristic. Chemically, resins are the terpenoid derivatives and it is mixed with several heterogeneous chemicals. So resin is not only the mixture of terpenoids just like the volatile oil, it consists of several other compounds and they are heterogeneous in nature. Let's see the properties of resin. Resins form a heterogeneous group which shows certain well-recognized general characteristics which may arranged under following headings. So first we will see the physical characteristics of the resin. Some of the characteristics already mentioned in the definition. All resins are usually amorphous, hard, brittle and solid. Some are softly semi-solid. By the action of heat, they all soften and fuse, yield clear adhesive fluid, and on ignition they burn with smoky flame due to high amount of the carbon present in this resin. Resins are insoluble in water and rarely soluble in light petroleum ether. Some exceptions like colophony resin or Damer resins, they are soluble in petroleum. And most of the resin are generally more or less soluble in alcohol, ether, acetone, chloroform, carbon disulfide, fixed and volatile oils. Next, come to the chemical composition of resin. Resins are complex mixture of different chemical types of substances which includes acids, ester, glycosidic body, and some indifferent substances classed as resins. We will mention the definition of resin in latter part of this discussion. Element nitrogen doesn't enter into this composition. Many resins, when boiled with alkali, yield soaps, which are termed as resin soap. Most resins undergo slow change by keeping. They gradually darken in color and become less soluble, and changes which are due to the slow progression of oxidation. So slow oxidation process, the resin may change their chemical nature and physical natures also, and they become gradually darken in color and less soluble in the different solvents just mentioned. The next section will be discussing on the production of resin, how the resin is produced or formed in plants. Natural resins are commonly produced by cells which secrete a fluid composed of resin. Resins are present in secretory solution along with the terpenes, volatile oils or ester. So basically resins are secreted by the secretory cells, and these secretory cells may be of following types. External secretory cells, they are glandular trichome, present in Indian hemp or cannabis, which is actually a stalked glandular trichome, each having a secretory cell, rosette clasp shaped cells, and that may be the internal cavities. And these internal cavity secreting cells are embedded in the mass of tissues, and that cells, that kind of secretory internal cavities may be unicellular or idioblast. For example, ginger rhizome consists of this type of unicellular internal cavities, or may be ovoid or multicellular, that may be internal gland like seven, clove, or tubular lined with secretory epithelium cells, spine root, and umbelliferous root. Resins may be obtained from the cystigenous and lysigenous glands in different plants, apart from these external and internal cavities. External secretory cells and internal cavities, they are also available in or formed in the cystigenous and lysigenous gland. In addition to this secretion duct normally present in the plant, others may be formed as the result of the injury, that is the injury by natural way or man-made injury. In certain trees, this may also take place if normal duct are absent. So we call this type of resin, which is formed by the injury, as a pathological resin. These abnormal ducts, which is formed by the injury, are large and releases resin to protect the wound due to injury. This flow of resin is termed as a secondary flow. So this pathological resin flow are quite higher than the normal resin flow. So these are known as secondary flow to distinguish the normal primary flow of resin. Resins may sometime present in all cells of a tissue. That means resins is not always found in the special gland or duct, that may be found in all cells of the tissues. For example, wood of guaiacum, where all the cells and vessels of the heart would become filled with resin. Some other resin formation techniques are also available in shellac. Resin is formed from the juices of the plant when the lac insect incorporated in this juice. Lac insect means the Tacardia lacca, belongs to Coccidae family. So this is actually animal or insect induced resin.